The Facility Imports in Tier II XML Format webinar will demonstrate how to bulk upload facility data into ChemResponder. So a little bit about the facility import. This webinar, like I said, will cover the various ways you can leverage the Tier II XML format in ChemResponder. If you are familiar with the way facilities work in ChemResponder, you can have them at both the event and organization level, but for the case of the Tier II import, this is only available at the organization level. This feature adds the functionality in ChemResponder to allow users to upload facilities in bulk using EPA and NOAA's XML Tier II data standard. Taking a look at the Tier II XML format, what exactly is that? In correspondence with the EPCRA, which is the Emergency Planning and Community Right to Know Act, they require sites that have specific hazardous chemicals above certain amounts to complete an annual Tier II form. Because of this, a national Tier II data standard was created to establish a common set of guidelines for reading, writing, and sharing Tier II data between different Tier II management systems. The data standard was developed by NOAA, which is the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, and EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, and they collaborated with Tier II stakeholders throughout the country to develop this data standard. So where exactly does ChemResponder come into play here? As working for ChemResponder, we added the functionality to allow users to upload chemical storage sites in bulk using the XML Tier II data standard to seamlessly add to their ChemResponder facilities. And just a few items to note here. ChemResponder is not to be used as a data repository in accordance to EPA's requirements, meaning ChemResponder does not require any annual submission of facility or chemical information. We are just using the data standard format. Also, ChemResponder does not generate the XML files for you. We only intake the files. So when you do have the file, how would you import it into ChemResponder? As I said, this is only a feature at the organization level. So I'm going to navigate to the organization space and open the facilities page. Once on the facilities page, you will see any existing facilities that you have. To utilize the bulk import, you will select the Tier II import button. From there, you will be brought to a page titled EPCRA Tier II Facility Import. To upload the file, you will click the Choose File button. And here you'll be using the XML file that was a part of the Tier II submission. So again, ChemResponder does not create this file for you. It is from the Tier II submit for the NOAA and EPA's management system. So you will use the XML component of that file to upload to ChemResponder. And once your file has been added, you will be able to click the Upload button. The import may take a few seconds to complete depending on the size of the file. And once it has been committed, if your import is successful, you will see the green completed message along with the import statistics. So here I can see there were 1,394 total records, and all of those were imported. So there were no errors or warnings in any of the records. I can see that when it was uploaded, the process date, and who uploaded it. If for any case the import has errors or warnings, that we flag, you will be notified with this red error message. And this also means that the import was not completely committed. So it's letting you know that if there are any features or records you need to change, you can do so here. So taking a look at the import statistics, I can see that out of the 1,394 records, there were 2 that had errors and 265 with warnings. Let's say you upload the file and you're not sure what exactly could cause the error or warning. For each section, you can filter the record status to take a look at which of those files were error records or valid records. And you can do this for all sections in the import. So not just for facilities, but for facility chemicals, mixture chemicals, additional fields, and any of the other sections on the page. So here I'm going to filter by error records because this is what inhibited me from uploading the file. And I can see that the error message was that this is a duplicate record in the form. So it says Otter Creek Water Pollution Control Plant is duplicated in this import. Only the first instance of this name will be considered valid. So this means there's a duplicate record in the file. It's letting me know that. I can fix this import or fix this error in the import and then cancel and re-upload. So once I cancel, a button will appear for try another import. But let's say I am okay with one instance of the record, not the additional duplicates. I can still commit the import with these errors. And this just means the errors will be excluded, but the records with warnings will not be excluded. So when you do commit the import, like I said, I can see that 2 were excluded here, and those were the 2 errors that I was aware of. So once I have committed the import, I will be able to see the records that were inputted in each of the respective sections. So if I open the facilities table, I can see all of the facilities listed here and additional information about them. I can do the same for the facility chemicals, and I can continue doing this for all other sections. So once you have completed the upload, all of the facilities and the other data that you have uploaded will now be in your organization in the facility space. So now I'll show a quick walkthrough of viewing that data. So the location information I can see, the chemical storage facility details. I can see all of the chemicals that were records of this facility, as well as some contact information. At any point, you can view the import history by navigating to the Tier 2 import page again. So if you wanted to view what files have been imported, you can open up that tab and you can see the different import records here. So to view them specifically, you will click the magnifying glass icon, and I will be brought back to that import results page where it told me that the file was successfully imported. If for some reason you want to delete the records from your facilities and organization, you can use the rollback import button. And this will remove everything that has been uploaded from that file, but the file will remain in the import history, so you can always download it if you need to make any changes or updates to it, but all the records will be removed from the website. So that wraps up how to import XML files using our Tier 2 import feature.